Hello, I'm Tim Durham with Durham's Bee Farm, and a young lady by the name of Wheezy asked me the other day how much honey should she leave on her bees for the winter. Apparently she hasn't taken off the excess honey yet. So the bottom line, a general answer, 50 pounds. But we're going to talk in terms of frames of honey, because there's really no way of you knowing how many pounds of honey you have in your hive. Now, people are going to have different opinions. There's a lot of variables. So there is no pat answer, no pat correct answer for Ohio. The same answer won't apply to Ohio as it does to Louisiana. We're in upstate Mississippi. And you know how the folks in New York say upstate New York? That sounds more highfalutin. So we're right next to Memphis, Tennessee, and 10 frames equivalent to 10 deep frames of honey is good. Now, and I need to qualify that. Now, one thing I want to stress is more hives starve to death in early spring, right before the honey flow starts, than they do in the dead of winter. And I also want to stress, please vent your hives. Give your hive ventilation. That is so important, very important. It's human nature to think that if you close it up tight where the heat can't get out, that it'll be better for them. And that the moisture, they generate moisture when they consume honey to generate heat, and that moisture must escape. So now, like I say, 10 equivalent to 10 deep frames of honey, and there's so many variables. During the winter, like it did here, it gets real cold. Then now you get 10 days of abnormally above high temperature. So in late winter, early spring, you need to determine if you have a hive that is does not have enough honey. Let's say you have 10 hives. You may not want to literally pick each hive up, but go to the rear of the hive, the bottom rear, and with one hand, both hands, and pick the rear of the hive up, and then go to the next hive and do that. If you do 10 hives that way, or whatever, 2 hives, and one of them feels noticeably lighter than the other one, then you need to check on it. Now, when a colony is real strong and they're really making honey, making a lot of honey, they will fill up the 2 outside frames of that brood chamber. They'll fill it up with honey. And chances are real good that those bees will never use that honey again on the 1st and 10th frame. So let's say that you go into your hive and you check it, and they don't have much honey in the center at all. But you've got number 1 and number 10 frame are full of honey. Then you can move those inward some so they can get access to it. And when a beehive, when they starve to death, depending on the pattern and how cold it got, a hive can starve to death right here, and 1 frame over can be some honey. And you say, well, why couldn't they get to that honey? Well, at that particular time, it was too cold for them to move over and get to that honey. So, if you have a hive that does not have enough honey, and you don't have an extra frame of honey that you can pull out of another hive that can spare it, then you need to feed them sugar syrup. The best way to feed them sugar syrup. Now, I've covered this in another video, but it's winter, so I can't do a visual for you, but get a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, cut it the dimensions of the hive, you can drill one or more holes in that piece of plywood, so a fruit jar lid will fit down in it, but will not go through it. And you can do one jar. You can drill 9 holes, and if that hive is literally, they have no honey, that jar feeding them this way, that sugar syrup jar will be right next to the colony. They will be right next to it, and they can utilize it. Other feeders, frame feeders, entrance feeders, top feeders, they can't get to it. But the way I'm telling you, and I covered it in more detail in another video, but if you do it this way, the bees can get to it. And also, if you have a weak hive, when I say weak hive, it doesn't have enough bees in it. It's got, let's say you got a colony that's just 2 frames of bees. You can put that colony on top of a strong hive, and in another video, you got to put a wire between them, and a way for them to be able to come and go, escape. But they can survive the winter easy on top of another strong hive. Then I covered ventilation, and like I say, there's many. The snapshot that I'm using for this video. Now, it's not my picture. I took it off the internet, but it illustrates a piece of plywood with the holes cut in it and jars fitting down in it. And if you go to Google and images and you put in top feeder for bee colonies, you'll see many different variations. But the solid piece of plywood is real simple and easy. Cutting the holes out might not be, well, it's not that hard. So when you if Wheezy does take off 1, 2, 3 supers of honey and extract it, be sure that the moths don't get in. Now, in a building where it's warm, there could be moths in there even now in January. So you want to protect them from the moths, the empty frames that you extracted. And I think I covered it all, everything okay. And if you have any questions or a particular subject you'd like for me to cover, let me know. And hey, I asked my wife, I'm 73, and oh yeah, by the way, I went to my wife's beautician the other day, and you know what they do, and so I made you notice the difference there. But anyway, I asked my wife, I said, will you love me when I get fat and bald-headed and you know what I mean? And she said, I do. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later.